This conference
mic
will now be
unmute
recorded.
so that I can know sometimes if I ask questions whether you are listening to it or not. First of all, thank you very much, J.C. Rajahmundry, SriMedha, past Zone President Venkat Narayan Vedantam, known as Rahul, for inviting me to this business webinar series of your loam. Chapter President Narayan Swami, Project Chairperson Amulya, then Project Director Said, and past Executive Vice President Murli Mohan Rao. I wish you a very, very happy birthday, sir. And we have Boda Kiran, sir. And I think in absentia, Zone President Rajita ji. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to Zone 4 and your chapter. And with sound plays, memories, nostalgic memories by two people just addressing and reminding me of the 2015 trainings in Vizag, Ranjit Sa and one more person. Thank you very much for still keeping me in your memories. Okay, so first of all, let me share the screen so that
I am also there.
Oh, Pawan is also there. My 2015 NGB colleague. I can recognize his voice. Okay, so why I named this training program specially designed for you is there is no finish line. See, it was in earlier years, it was like we had after death and before Christ, AD and BC. But after this COVID-19, maybe we will have a pre-COVID and post-COVID era of living and leading our lifestyle, our businesses, our organizations, our family, our future, our career, our life. But there's no finish line. Nothing can be finished. We Homo sapiens have an ability of adapting to things, and our adaptability power is very high. Our immunities are very high, so definitely we will adapt to it. But right now we are facing a crisis of adapting to the situations and the challenges being posted by COVID-19, the coronavirus. So let's start the program. I hope all of you have your notepad and pen ready. Whatever answers, questions I ask, you can I can view the chat box here, so you can just put yes or no. I hope you all have the chat notepad and pen ready with you. Okay, so let's move. This is the brief summary of my course content for today. We'll just touch up upon these things so that I can give you a brief idea. Well, we cannot go into much details, but I am trying to touch up upon things and make you aware of things which we will be following in the near future, post-lockdown, and many more things which we will discuss later on. So the first and foremost, we will be discussing the challenges which I have just analyzed myself. These may be the challenges, the government measures which the government has already taken, what to do with our gross sales or gross receipts. If there may be businessmen, there may be industrialists, there may be professionals. So I am covering all of them. What more is important about not only gross sales or gross receipts, it's more about realizing the cash out of that. So that is very, very important. Liquidity has to be taken care of, which will be a very important factor. How to see the expenditure parts, and then what comes is our income, the net profit, which we call rightly in business. That's what is the crux of all this business objective is income. We need to generate income, and we need to understand what type of incomes we are generating. And then the last part is I'll just be giving my opinion based on my analysis, some nurturing tips for our business to be taken care of from now onwards for your best practices in business to nurture good profits, to earn good profits. So let's move ahead. So more than hand sanitizers, now this country, not only this country, the world needs brain sanitizers. We all are getting stuck up in our home. So what I have started telling to people is, your body is locked down inside the house, your brain is not locked down. So sanitize your brain. These skills which we impart in trainings, these are not taught in schools, and that is the biggest challenge our education system is facing. Schools do not prepare, therefore we trainers repair, and we are doing this quite efficiently and trying to bring a sustainable and positive transformation in the lives of people, and that's what we are trying to impart. So let us just go through the challenges which I felt which I should share with you all. We'll be having economic and financial losses because of the COVID-19. The biggest challenge is most of the people, not all of them, but most of the people are illiterate in digital skills. Even I had to get acquainted and learn from Krishna Bhaskar. Am I audible? Is it fine, Amulya?
Yes, sir, it is. It is audible, sir.
Okay. So even I had to learn to how to manage the screen share and how to go with the presentation in this GoToMeeting platform, because this is the first time I'm using this. We have been using the Zoom platform for the JCI India trainings and other trainings, but this is a very good one. Thank you very much for making me learn a new platform for training purpose. Then the biggest challenge is work from home. How to work from home? We don't have a setup in the home like our office or our business has. Low credit offtake from credit institutions, from banks, from financial institutions. There will be a big liquidity crunch. Uh, we will discuss in brief about this also. Definitely, our businesses have a fixed cost, which has to be borne by the business. We cannot come out of those fixed costs. We have to, that's the biggest cash outflow which will be going from our pockets in the lockdown period, even if we don't have any income. Then if we have loans or we have taken borrowings from banks or financial institutions, it's the interest burden which we have to bear. Even though the government has deferred the payments of the installments and the interest, but still we have to bear the interest. More non-performing assets slippages in banks. Non-performing assets will be more coming up, though still in the moratorium period, in the lockdown period, no slippage is allowed, but still there will be a lot of challenges. Maintenance of properties like hotels, resorts, etc., because the travel and tourism business is totally shut down. So tourism sector will be the biggest hampering for at least the next 1 year. People will not travel because we will have to learn to stay with this COVID-19. It is not going to eradicate so soon, and until and unless we have a vaccination, we have to learn with it. We have to stay with it. We have to do our business with it. Because of the lockdown, because of the lockdown of the countries, because of the lockdown of the cities, because of the lockdown of the public transportation and carriers, there will be shortage of medicines at many places. There will be shortage of food and essential commodities due to this lockdown at many places. Export and import industry is totally at a standstill. Don't know till what time they will be coming back to the track, but still no good days in near future for them. Drastic fall in GDP and per capita income of the country. There will be a very sluggish industrial growth, which was coming up to its peak in the month of February and then in March, and suddenly this COVID-19 disaster happened. So it's now sluggish industrial growth. Very low consumption of petroleum products, though India deals with Brent crude through London and the OPEC countries. So whatever happened day before yesterday and day before yesterday in Canada and US, that crude price does not affect our purchase at this present moment. It is still around below $20 the barrel, but definitely the prices are going to come down. But there is very low consumption as well. It is less than more than 90% consumption has come down because of no traffic on the roads. There's no consumption in the industry, no consumption in the railways. So it is a big petroleum fossil fuel countries are facing a big challenge, and around 80 lakh people from India stay in the Middle East, and they bring back big chunk of money back to India. That 80 lakh people may also, that is the biggest challenge, may also face unemployment, and that big foreign income coming through the Middle East country to India may also be stopped. So we have to look at this aspect as well. Labor cost is definitely going to increase, and labor will not be easily available because all the laborers have definitely moved to their villages and now staying in their villages. They are not coming to cities very early now. Service sector shall be badly hurt because Service is something which is after the products come into picture. So service sector shall be widely heard. Traditional way of doing business shall vanish. For example, maybe marketing and training. See, digital marketing will be coming up, and digital training is already in progress, which we are doing. These are online virtual trainings or webinars, which you will call. And if we go more deeper into the thoughts of analyzing this COVID-19 situation, there are many more challenges. I just don't want to analyze more of it, but just to give you a brief idea, what are the challenges? Now let's look at the measures and initiatives of the government of India so far. Government of India has been very proactive. They have been working day and night, even though of lockdown situations. The officers are working, the government is working, the group of ministers are working, our honorable prime minister is working day and night, and they are coming out with some or the other schemes or packages every other day, and they are announcing them by way of press conferences, and they are announcing that they will be coming more about it, more with it. So they have financial packages for all sectors, relaxation of all the compliance dates falling in the lockdown period, may it be GST, may it be income tax, may it be provident fund, may it be employee state insurance, may it be income tax, all dates, may it be the Companies Act, all the dates have been extended further. Moratorium period of 3 months for all types of accounts and loans with banks. NPA cannot be declared during the moratorium period. NPA is non-performing assets. Interest rates have already been reduced by 0.75%, and the repo rates have also been decreased, which boosts the liquidity of the banks to further. And today I came up with a circular of State Bank of India and Bank of Baroda. They have come up with COVID-19 credit stimulus package with a tenor of 12 to 24 months for industries and trade and business. So you all can analyze, you can contact State Bank of India as well, you can contact Bank of Baroda as well. They have come up with a stimulus package for uh, uh, all the people, and the tenure of the loan period. The loan period is around 12 to 24 months for all sectors, whether at a very low cost of interest. Stimulus package and funds allocated to NABARD, SIDBI, and National Housing Bank for various sectors. Direct benefit transfer, the DBT transfer for below poverty line people during this lockdown period for 3 months has already started. More funds have been allocated into the banking system, and with a strong liquidity ratios have been given. The SLR and the CRR ratios have been reduced so that they have more liquidity and more credit offtake can take. Schemes already launched are being launched under, and it's working under the various sectors. So these are the government initiatives so far. Now look at the innovation the government of India is doing. They are planning for every aspect, every sector, every business, every industry, every trade. And since the railway is the only key transport system, the fastest mode of transport system right now, they have come with a new innovation these days. These trains are called as the Anaconda. It is a combination of 3 goods trains linked to one another, almost 2 kilometers long, with 177 wagons and 3 engines and 3 brakemans. The lead engine in the front controls the other 2 engines using a technology involving radio waves, radio signals. No cables are involved. And look at the speed, my friends, an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour. The railways are using these Anacondas to quickly transfer the essentials during the lockdown period. This is a video, actual view of the Anaconda. I'm trying to play it. Let's see if you can view it. You can see the engine and the brake vans are placed in between also. So that's the innovation, how the government of India is using technology at its best and trying to deliver essential supplies to throughout India using this technology of Anaconda trains. They have named it as Anaconda trains. Ooh, that's the train. 2 kilometers long, 177 wagons. Just imagine. So we need to really develop our financial intelligence. Financial intelligence in all aspects, financial intelligence in whatever you can think about business, because finance is the heart of every business. It is the crux of to every business, and we need to really understand the financial. Making money will not solve your problem if money management is your problem. So we need to learn the art of managing money if we are into business. We cannot take ourselves away saying that accounting is not my cup of tea. I don't know how to deal with numbers. I don't know the what the law says. I don't know about GST. I don't know about income tax. I don't know about provident fund. You cannot take away your responsibilities from the saying these things. I have just outsourced. We need to get aware of things. Ignorance of law is not going to save you from the wraths of the law. So, my dear friends, start learning. Use this lockdown period to enhance your knowledge, enhance your money management skills. Because if money management is your problem, it will not solve your problem. Money is a drug. Overdose cannot be taken, but little dose has to be taken in the right sense, in the right person. So, are you smarter than your money? The answer is, do you work for money or does money work for you? So we have to think on these aspects. Are you working for money or is the money working for you? So we have to take into these considerations, because more or less we are working for money. We are not, our money is not working for us. So we have to really plan. We have to really introspect what best we can do that our money works for us, not for everybody else. And we don't work for money, but money works for us. So let's know more about these things. Let's know more about what is there in this picture on the screen. It's an ashtray, right? So I would like you to write down. I give you, I'll put down the timer. I'll give you 2 minutes, or maybe 1 minute is enough. 1 minute to write down whatever you can write about this ashtray, whatever you can think, its characteristics, its advantages, its disadvantages, its merits, demerits, its features, what it can do, what it cannot do, what else it can do. So your time starts now. You can write more than one, more than five, and then you can share with me in the chat box. Okay, Vijay Satish, Gudivada, made of fire retardant material, glass, heat resistant plastic, pottery, metal, stone. Write down as many characteristics you can write down for this ashtray. Okay, time up, time up, time up. I hope some of you were able to write down a few characteristics. Some of have they've written many. Guru Bhardwaj has written many of them. Okay, fine. Now let us think. Let us introspect. You were able to write down so many things about this ashtray. We are not dealing in an ashtray. We are not doing business of ashtray. We are not doing business of cigarettes. We are not manufacturing ashtrays. We are not trading ashtrays. But we were able to write down so many characteristics, so many features about an ashtray if we started to think about it. My question to you is, do you really know so many characteristics of your own business, product, or service? Do you know all the merits and demerits of your business, product, or service? Can you write down so many things about your business, product, or service? That's the big challenge. I have been asking this question many times at many business workshops. People know more about other products, but they know very less about their own product or services. They don't introspect, they don't think, they don't write a thought paper about their own product or service. And when it comes to cross questioning from your future clientele or your prospective customers or your prospective buyers, you sometimes get stuck up. You sometimes even don't know what you are dealing in, what are the in and out of that product, how many things you can more elucidate about it, how many more characteristics, how many more advantages can you show about your product or service. Now that's the biggest challenge we small and medium enterprise people are facing. We don't have a homework of our own product or our own service. We know more about the other people. We know more about our competitors, but we know very less things about our own product. I just remember a very interesting story about this. In the year 1974, Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, he visited University of Texas, and he was to address a group of MBA students over there. And the MBA students, after the formal ceremony was over, they sat around with Ray Kroc, and they were trying to interact and learn more from the founder of McDonald's. McDonald's was a popular brand in those years also, and today also it is a popular brand. So Ray Kroc asked a question to all the MBA students. Do you know what business I am into? The question was very simple. Do you know what business I am into? All the MBA students were silent. They knew that he's into the business of burgers, hamburgers, burgers, wraparounds, all that things which come at the McD outlets. So mainly it is burger. One of the students bravely raised his hand and he told, obviously, we all know that you are into the hamburger and burger business. The reply which Ray Kroc gave stunned all the MBA students. They really had to introspect what they were thinking. And we all have to learn a big lesson from the reply of Ray Kroc. He said, my business is not selling burgers or hamburgers. My business is real estate. My business is McDonald's is a brand. McDonald's is an asset. I sell this asset through franchisees, through outlets, and I find myself located at the most prominent outlets, at most prominent malls, most prominent shopping areas, more profusely onto the main roads or onto the corner locations which are more popular. So I am into real estate business and I am earn money out of that. My location helps me earn money. So I am into real estate business. That was the other way of thinking around. Is he selling hamburgers or is he dealing in real estate? He transformed his product, he transformed his services into an asset, and that asset is giving him income. That asset is giving him regular recurring income. So we really need to know more about our products. We really need to know more what we are dealing into. We really need to know what we are dealing into and how we are going to take it to the future. So this is what Ray Kroc said to the students, and the students were just shocked to listen to this, and they really had an insight of what really big businessmen think about, what the wealthy people think about, what high net worth investors think about. Are they selling products or are they into real estate business? That's the time to introspect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was just an insight. Let's move further. So let us remember this mantra, because this mantra is going to be a great help to all of us in a near future, because this is what is a business is all about. We need to increase our sales, increase our receipts. We need to cut short our expenditure. We need to enhance our income, and we need to realize the cash. So remember the mantra: turnover is vanity. Our decoration is turnover. Our face is turnover. Our face value is our turnover or our gross receipts. Profit is our sanity, because if we are not earning profits, we are doing insane business. So profit is our sanity, and whatever realization which we can do from our business, that's the cash. It's not only hard cash. Cash means whatever receipts you receive, may it be in the banking system, or it may be a hard cash also. It can be Paytm amount received also, it can be from PayU money also, it can be from any platform. But receiving the money is the ground reality, which will ensure your liquidity. And if you are having a liquidity, you are the biggest king of your business. So turnover is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is reality. Another video which I would like to show you over here is how cash is becoming a reality in business. And if we think on these lines, that yes, we should have the cash first and then the sales. See, Amazon Go, you must have heard about it. Amazon Go has started this. They like the prepaid business of mobile phones. We have money first and then the sales are happening. So cash is the real rich business. Have a look at this video.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store, so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Even shopping is becoming prepaid now. Amazon Go. So just imagine. So let us understand cash realization, the crux of any business, which in my opinion, is that. So let us understand studies on cash payment. It has been found that 85% of the reasons for non-payment of an invoice by a business is due to invoice queries or our poor administration. And I have been facing, because I'm a chartered accountant, I have been facing this with my clients. Most of the times we are so casual in our approach in preparing or sending the invoices to our customers that they may sometimes have errors, some missing points, some maybe e-way bill is erroneous or something or the other, which helps prevent our payment, or our payment gets delayed because of that. And that is a big challenge. We don't receive money on time, or either we receive less money than the invoice we have raised, and that hampers our profit line. So below the line and above the line becomes a big challenge. So get your invoices process sorted out. We need to sort out our invoicing process, which is very, very critical. We need to prepare invoices in a very religious manner, very, very honestly, very, very sincerely, and invoices must be prepared as and when our work is done. Service sector is the most badly hit sector on this part, because they prepare invoices when they get time. It's not so, my friends. Work is over, assignment done, prepare the invoice, mail it to your client or send it by courier, but your billing should be done. Your claim should be there on your customer. And then what we need to do is this: top 5 tips to get your invoicing right. Let me just brief out. Maintain a consistent error-free invoicing format to avoid confusion. So your invoicing format should be a consistent one, and you should check it regularly how it can generate errors. So make it error-free. There's always a scope for improvement. So every time you look at it, maybe you will find something or the other. So you need to improve upon those invoicing things. Use specific time frames. Example, pay within 14 days, or maybe upon receipt, whatever it is, whatever is your deal. So you can mention these on the invoice itself. Encourage electronic payment, which is quicker with lower bank charges. Use client information, example, purchase order numbers, to speed up client processing, because sometimes because of the missing purchase order or the delivery challan number, the client will somehow take a break and say some reasons of delaying the payment. So you need to be up to date with your invoicing formats. Email invoices with red receipts to avoid the lost in post excuse. Yes, you can send it by hard copy as well as you can mail it and have a red receipt. So there will be no excuses by the customer stating about all these things that oh, no, I lost it somewhere, or I don't have it now. So these are the things these are the 5 tips to get your invoicing right. Let me go to step 2 now. Invoicing is done. Okay, fine. We have done the right invoicing, but what about realization? We need to collect that money. We need to get it into our bank accounts, or we need to take the cash or check or online payment, whatever it is. So we need to improve our collections. So what are the top 5 tips to improve our collection process? Credit check new clients. Give slow pay or no pay customers a wide berth. Give them a space. Invoice promptly when service is delivered, not at month end or when you have time. Split disputed invoice to get payment for undisputed portion while resolving dispute. So you have to segregate. Don't mix up things, because if the disputed and the non-disputed portion is built together, the whole payment is stuck up. Better, whatever is undisputed, go for the billing so that you get release that payment, and for the disputed portion, you have to fight on with it and get the dispute resolved and release the payment. But don't bill it together. I have seen many times people billing the whole bill together, and because of small dispute regarding some product or some part of the service, the whole invoice is stopped for payment, and you are at a standstill. So better to bill the non-disputed portion at one go and the disputed portion in the other go, so that you can get release the undisputed portion payment easily. Offer to smooth annual bills and spend monthly by standing order. If you have annual contracts, annual supplies, you should bill it monthly. What I have started in practice, like after post GST, we have started the GST services billings on quarterly basis. Earlier in the VAT regime, we were billing it on an annual basis, but what now we are doing, we have started doing the billings of GST services on quarterly basis, because the work has quantified many times. It has increased manifold times. So we have to raise the claim for our work, because we have additional expenditure going on in the form of additional staff, additional infrastructure for maintaining that GST services. So we need to take care that we do the billing process in a spread. Be persistent in chasing debts and keep abreast of development in clients' companies. See, be aware. Number one, take care of following your debts. Take care that you demand your money at and when regular intervals. So you keep taking the money from the clients. It's not that we will get the payment in some time of 1 year or 6 months or 3 months or quarterly, but keep following your debts, and also keep a track on your client's company or track record of his business as well. Because if he is not paying you, You should check whether he's not paying in the entire market also, whether he's just disputing your payment or he has a habit of disputing all other payments. So keeping a track on the client's company's business practices will help you to analyze what is going right with the client or what is going wrong with the client. Maybe he may also have be maybe facing a liquidity crunch. So we need to keep aware and be alert in future regarding our customers, what kind of business they are into, what are their recoveries, how they make payments, do they make payments to all of them in the right time, or are they paying their bills always at the last moment or with penalties? Are they paying electricity bill with penalties? Are they paying credit card dues with penalties? That means they are in a problem. Nobody wants to pay penalty, but still if they are then paying that penal money, that means they are in a problem, and we need to be alert and aware about our own money regarding these collections. Step 3 is use situation enhancers to realize your payment, to increase your sales, to do whatever you can to bring in more good customer service experience. So use situation enhancers. I have few tips regarding this also. So get the full name, identity, find out the details of the persons, the charge of the accounts payable department, keep note during remain polite but assertive. This helps in controlling the outcome of the situation. You need to really know what is going on at your client's place. So you need to be very analytical about credit control. We see this credit control mechanism being practiced by bankers, those bankers who lend to borrowers. They either give term loans or personal loans or cash credit limit or outstanding overdraft limits. They keep a track on the business of the borrower. They keep a track on all of us if we are borrowers. So at times they become harsh also, but they remain polite but yes, assertive. So the first line is from what we can learn is from bankers, from financial institutions. They know everything everywhere about you. CIBIL is helping them everywhere. They are getting help. So we need to learn from them that yes, we need to do the same with our customers as well. Payment methods are evolving. Consider using PayPal or credit card. Adopt a credit control ethos. Appoint a champion, a, 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 a what you call a recovery champion, a person who is a recovery champion. He will recover the money anyhow. Make him, groom him how to recover money. Consider bartering where options would benefit your business. Sometimes they don't pay and the money is getting in dispute and you are facing a big challenge. Your working capital is getting blocked. So sometimes consider bartering, trade with them, get their product, and at least you will recover some of your money. Understand your client's payment process and the payment cycle, and only then do the next dealing with that particular client, because that will help you in analyzing what kind of client he is and what kind of payment process he follows. You need to analyze dealing with people in sales. You need to get married with technology. Everything is getting through technology, and now post COVID everything will be through technology. There's an app available on Android as well iOS. This app is named as, I will just type that in the chat box for all of you. It's named as Peridot. Just a moment, I'll put it in the chat box. Peridot. You can download this app on your mobile phones, and this app is very helpful. If you are dealing with a new customer, he will give you his GST registration number. Put that registration number on the Peridot app, and you will come to know about his whereabouts, whether he's filing his returns on time, whether he's paying his taxes on time, what are his credentials as far as the GST department is considered. If he is not paying the taxes to the government in time, it will highlight that this is not a good customer. So you need to be alert while dealing with such type of people who don't pay their taxes properly, who don't file their returns properly. Then how will they make payments to you? So we need to be very alert as far as. So this is a small example. A Peridot app, a small app on your mobile phone, can help you analyze the situation of your customer or your customer prospective customer. So you get paid faster when your invoices are straightforward and devoid of error. You make it easy for customers to pay with alternative payment options and clear deadlines. You follow up progressively with clients and make credit control a routine practice, so that they know that no, this fellow is very, very keen to recovery process and we have to make him payment, or we will deal with this person only if we are able to make payments to him in the right time. Otherwise, don't deal with him. Split large invoices and stage bill. Customers know you will chase. Let it become your brand. Let it become your brand equity that yes, this fellow has a good follow-up as far as recovery process is considered. So cash is the reality, my friend. Turnover is vanity, profit is sanity, but cash is reality, which is the crux of every business. Now see, innovations are going on in business. Now this fellow you can see on the screen, he is an entrepreneur in US. His name is Manoj Bhargav. I will try to play the video again if it plays.
I think most people wouldn't know me. I'm Manoj Bhargav, founder of 5 Hour Energy. This idea, this drink, in 2 months, we had it on shelves.
When we hit 1 million bottles, I thought that is great. And now it's a few million bottles a year. A little over 1 million bottles a day. 5 Hour Energy sales shot up 12%.
Sold over 1.5 billion bottles.
90% of the market share. He has cracked the Forbes billionaire list.
I realized, oh my God, we're making a lot of money here and have no interest in lots of fancy stuff. What do I do with this? If you have wealth, it's a duty to help those who don't. It's just the right thing to do.
You know he's trying to save the world, right? Yeah, well, that's happening over there.
We're going to the invention shop, also known as Stage 2.
It is the most well-funded playhouse for engineers you can possibly have.
Our goal is to deliver products which can directly impact humanity.
He has put 99% of his earnings on charity.
We don't do it. I have no interest.
Still, he is earning so much of money.
I actually have never.
And he has got 3 core trust sectors: water, energy, and health.
3 areas: water, energy, and health.
The drought has left its mark here.
Some communities could soon run out of water entirely.
China, India, Africa. Now, there's a lot of places around the world there's a shortage of water. This is the RAIN project.
We're able to take unusable seawater and turn it into drinking water in a matter of minutes.
This machine can do 1,000 gallons an hour. You create this barge, which has a lot of units on it. Put it a couple miles offshore, fresh water to land. You have thousands of barges throughout the world. We can address ridiculous amounts of people.
This is our program we call Free Electric.
The idea here is really simple. The person uses a hybrid bicycle. You pedal for an hour, and you have electricity for 24 hours. Billions of people. This will allow them to have unlimited energy, pollution-free. That's everything.
Stage 2 works in medical devices.
We're working on a project called Renew.
It's a product that enhances circulation.
Squeeze blood from the legs back into the core body, so it acts almost like an auxiliary heart.
Poor circulation is the basis of a lot of illness. It's not about treating disease, it's about preventing disease.
If you don't think through it, you just put up more hospitals. Now, we're also doing that. There's an old story about blind men heading towards the well, and there's a guy who's watching. If the blind man falls into the well, who gets the blame? If you're watching something that you can prevent, you gotta do something.
We'd like to change the world, make it better. It's a great experience to be with someone that could probably do it.
Manoj is driven by the fact that work is never done.
The world can be changed. It takes a crusader.
My approach is make a difference in other people's lives, not just talk about it. Let's do stuff. This project is going to drive me crazy.
You're already crazy enough.
So you can watch the video again. It's on YouTube as well as billionsinchange.com. So see what he's doing in healthcare. He's talking about prevention. And we have an old saying, prevention is better than cure. And what we are doing in this COVID-19 pandemic situation. We are locked down inside our houses. We are preventing coronavirus from infecting us, because the only cure for this disease is prevention. Again, we are running on prevention is better than cure, increasing our immunity level and preventing ourselves from getting infected.
I think both.
So let's move to the next aspect, is spend smart to grow smart, ways to improve yourself. So let's move to the spending part now. We increased our turnover. For controlling our expenditures, we need to work with our suppliers. We need to work with your suppliers. We have to have good relationships with our suppliers. Generally, we don't have good relations with our suppliers as of now, but we need to make very good relations. We need to have this ability of comparing credits, what kind of credentials one supplier has and what kind of credentials other suppliers have. We need to form a buying alliance, like what vendor registration form big large corporations do. We need to create some sort of vendor alliance, buying alliance in our. So we have to pick up our own orders. We have to channelize and plan how we can make our payments. We need to have a constructive payment plan to our suppliers, because if we have liquidity, if we have payment, if we are paying in the right time, we can have a good bargain, we can have a good deal. And definitely the more cheaper and the best quality product we can purchase as a raw material or as a trading material, the more profits you can earn, or the more you can increase your turnover, thereby increasing your profits. At least you should seek 3 bids on everything you purchase. So we need to adopt some best practices which large corporations or large companies have been following, but some best practices in small and medium enterprises as well, because it is business. Business, if you break up, it becomes busyness. You become more busy. So you have to be busy. You don't have to waste your time doing something or other, just chatting around with people, but you need to give time to your business, because your money should work for you and you should not work for money. So start with a budget. We don't do this. Generally, we don't do this. We don't have any budget allocations for our staff welfare. We don't have any budgetary allocations for our customer satisfaction plans, customer satisfaction programs. We don't have budget for our office entertainment. Enhance your customer ability, enhance your staff experience, treat your employees as your human capital, not as your employees as your liability. Make them, transform them from assets to liabilities. So start with a budget. You need to really plan to really have a budget from now onwards, what type of allocation you can give to what type of expenditure based on your past financial data, your annual financial profit and loss account or balance sheets, and you need to really devise a plan that yes, I am going to allocate this much fund, which may have a monthly or a quarterly or an annual implication. But please, my friends, start with a budget. Then how to get the biggest bang for your bucks? Perhaps you need a degree or job offer, but no, let us consider these 4 options: delegation, new tech location, technology, and personal marketing. This is going to be a key. These 4 factors are going to be key factors in post COVID-19 business. So delegation is very important. We cannot do everything on our own. We need to outsource. We need to prepare a revenue sharing model. Maybe we cannot do everything all alone. This is the time to collaborate, to connect, to integrate, and to provide the best product or the best services. So we need to delegate. We need to learn the art of delegation and get things done. Then new location. See, work from home is the new culture. Almost all companies, banks ask their employees to work from home. Now in future, they may ask them permanently to work from home. Why should I have a big office location? Why should I pay for the electricity charges? Why should I pay a huge rent for that outsourced location? When people can work from home, I can have a small office and run a big organization. Ladies and gentlemen, 2010, I visited Singapore for the first time. I was just walking down the street. I saw it was written Income Tax Office of Singapore. The signboard was there, and I asked casually, "Is this how many income tax offices do you have?" It was a very small building, my friends. And they said that it is the only building they have. They are running income tax from a very small location, and we have so many offices spread across so many cities, and there are many offices in big cities, not in one city, not in one building, but many buildings to cater to the income tax offices. I'm just giving an example. They don't need, because they don't need services of manpower, and this is what is going to happen. Technology is there, digital skills needs to be learned, and location will no more be an important factor for outsourcing. Work from home is really penetrating. Technology, again, that technology, we need to learn some important digital skills for our business. We need to learn digital marketing skills. We need to learn gray areas which are left behind. There are n number of apps. I came across a few of them, this Zoom, GoTo Meetings. I came across an app, you can also try it. I'll just write the name again. It's named as Crisp, KRISP. This app, like in this webinar type of situation, you can use this app. It reduces or minimizes the surrounding sound. If you are on a conference or a webinar, only your voice and you can hear clearly. All your surrounding sounds will be reduced or minimized or maybe eradicated if you use this app called as Scripts. I did a program training, a webinar for an organization from Turkey named as Gain Global. They are using another platform which is known as, which is called as Crowdcast. And even there you can share your screen and do everything like what we are doing on GoTo Meetings. There are apps called as Trello, Doodle, Skype was already there. So artificial intelligence has come a lot into our picture. There's an app called Pocket, which picks languages and translates it instantly. So language is not a barrier now. Any language can be translated using that app called Pocket. So we really need to enhance and learn digital skills. We need to learn digital marketing skills. I'll just give you an example of another success story from the US regarding these digital marketing skills. You must have heard about the Weather Channel, right? The Weather Channel was getting bankrupt and was about to be shut down. Then somehow they devised a marketing plan, and what they did, they tied up with all these telephone apps, and what they did is the Weather Channel tied up with this fast moving consumer goods. Americans are very careful about their body and their body care solution. So they have 4 weathers, and every weather they change the shampoo and the cream, the face cream, the massage cream which they use. And the Weather Channel, what the Weather Channel did, I'll just come up in a short way. What the Weather Channel did, they forecasted the weather, what the weather will be today or for the next 7 days or for the next 15 days, and based on that they advised these say for example Colgate Palmolive or Procter and Gamble, those who are preparing these creams and all, to give them info that people will be buying this shampoo or this cold cream or this vanishing cream or this cream in the next 15 days. Your sales will be increasing and you need to supply these to your outlets because the weather is going to be in this way. So they got business from these fast moving consumer goods company, and the Weather Channel, which was about to become bankrupt, came back into business. So just see, forecasting weather was helping fast moving consumer goods company selling creams and shampoos, and it was really a grand success and still running today. Weather Channel is still having a big basket of all these FMCG products as its customer base, and he's charging them money, and they are in turn getting good business due to Weather Channel. So we need to learn these digital marketing skills. Personal marketing, develop ways to improve your professional image. Make yourself a brand. Make yourself like I said, you should be a brand, like people know that you will be following up for the collections. There's a regular follow-up from our organization. So we need to really enhance our skills as far as digital marketing and personal marketing is concerned. So now see another marketing aspect, what Apple did last year. Apple came up with an Apple Card. Don't need to have any other cards now. Use your Apple Card and you can do all sorts of purchasing. Just have a look at this video if it runs.
Today, we're introducing a brand new service.
This means you can do all sorts of things that no other credit card can do. Apple Card in your iPhone, in the wallet. And the wallet app has some new capabilities. So you can see everything you need to know about your Apple Card, like what you spent, how much you spent, where credit card statements today might recognize seeing transactions that look like this. To transform this mess into names and locations that you'll recognize. With Apple Card, we want you to get the most for your money. So every time you spend with Apple Card, you get cash back, and you get it every day. It's my favorite feature, and we call it daily cash. So every day you spend, cash is added to your Apple.
Today, we're introducing
to set a new level used by Apple Pay. Each payment and every purchase is authenticated with Touch ID or Face ID. And your Apple Card is more secure than others. It has no card number, no CVV, no expiration, and no signature.
So Apple Card, having cashback offers, having credit points, so you can earn points and then redeem all those things, and and it's fully secured. No chances of getting your credit card misused or something like that. So Apple has come up with a very innovative product. So we need to really increase our financial. Now let's come to the third part, which is the most important. We increased our turnover. We talked about expenses. We now talk about income, where we are earning. We are doing business because of the motive of earning income, net profit. Let us have three types of income, my friends. Now, this concept is from the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. You can read that book. It's a wonderful, amazing book, which will really let you learn the financial intelligence aspect of every businessman, or every businessman must know. We should have three types of income. One is the earned income. This is the income which we earn actually, and this is the highest taxable income. Income is highly taxed, which is the earned income. The core business area will be this earned income. If you are a service provider, your services. If you are a businessman, your net profit. If you are a salaried person, your salary. That is all what is called as the earned income. Then you have the passive income. Whatever income you earn and save, and then you invest in some real estate or some other way of maybe some bank FDs or something like that, and you earn interest or you earn rental value. That is called as passive income. Your money is working now. First of all, you are working for money, then you invested it very wisely. Now money is working for you and you have passive income. So you will have to have this type of income more through your earned income, so that you can really have high liquidity. And the third is your portfolio income. You have to diversify your investment, you have to diversify your savings, you have to diversify your money into various aspects of income earning. Portfolio income is income earned from portfolios like stocks, shares, debentures, bonds, securities. So you have income earning from different places, so that at times you are not at a risk of putting all your money in one basket. If the basket is lost, all your money is lost. So diversify your income, diversify your savings into these three types of income. The more earned income you have, the more your investment should be there, so that you earn passive as well as portfolio income. So three types of income is the most important aspect. That is how the writer of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, he has prepared a board game which is named as cash flow. And there's an inner circle and there's an outer circle. The inner circle is called as the rat race. Rat race is something which is identified as really a big thing which we really need to learn. Is what we do: we get up in the morning, get ready, go to work, pay all our bills, collect money, and then this process continues day on day and day and night. So, and we are always run by two emotions in this rat race. One is fear, and the other is greed. Greed to earn more money. Now we need to come out of this rat race. We need to come out how wealthy people think. We need to come out of the wealthy side, the outer circle. The outer circle is coming out of the rat race, and that is very important. And that is only possible when you can have more of passive income and portfolio income, because earned income will always be there. But if you are only part of earned income, you will end up paying bills and bills and bills only. So more passive and more portfolio income, then gradually you come out of the rat race. So let us have this cash flow quadrant and understand in a very brief way, because we are running short of time. So let us just have this cash flow quadrant. This is the left side is the rat race side, and the right side is the wealthy side. So we are at times employee, or we are at times self-employed. Employee, we get job security. As self-employed, we have financial security. But as a developer of a business, we are having financial freedom. I can do whatever I want. I will just invest. If you are an investor, you have ultimate financial freedom. So let's think how we can go from rat race to the wealthy side. Some sample paths to financial freedom. You start earning money from here and in investor. You start money in a self-employed business, you end as an investor. Then some other sample path is you start as an employee, you become self-employed, then you become a developer of business, and then you become an investor. So you gradually come out of the rat race and become an investor. So this is what is some sample paths. So what this is what Robert Kiyosaki says: the problem with this world is not enough problem solvers. So if you become a problem solver, you become rich. So to really mint money in the coming days, you need to plan things that you become problem solvers. You solve problem of people, and that is what is called as bringing business back onto the track. And these are my final tips before I finally close: is the business nurturing, which in my opinion you really need to take care in the near future. Train and talk to your employees. Hello, do I have 5 minutes?
Yes,
Sir,
yes,
yes,
please
sir,
go ahead.
please carry on.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So train and talk to your employees for reduction in the employee cost and perks if possible. And you have to formulate, you have to make a plan which category of employees you can really try to reduce their cost and perks. You have to enhancement of customer service experience. It's not customer ecstasy, it's not customer delight, it's something beyond that now which we need to plan. Liquidity owner shall be the winner. I am from the right now, from the time I started this presentation, I'm telling you, liquidity should be maintained. Stop selling, start providing solution to challenges being faced. We only try to sell, try to provide a solution to people's challenges, and then people will start coming to you. Customize, everything needs to be customized now, because somebody else will be doing that, and why not you? Shred the fats of your business, that is, cut unnecessary cost. Analyze your balance sheet, analyze your profit and loss account, find out where fats are lying down, because when we exercise we shred our fat. So let's shred the fats of our business so that expenditure level goes down. Work from home is effective now, so why do we need huge offices or buildings or spaces? And why only in working hours? Work can be done on assignment basis and from any location mostly. Start mentoring and also reverse mentoring. You can understand mentoring we do to people who come to us and then they are almost like juniors to us. Reverse mentoring is nowadays another way. Even the seniors need to be mentored because they lack technology, technology updates, they lack digital skills. So we need to do reverse mentoring for them so that they get upgraded in using the digital skills, which is the need of the hour. We need to really have financial and budgeting disciplines, incomes to be planned as active and passive, and the third one was portfolio income. Innovate, my friends, innovate. That's the key to success. I've shown you so many ideas about innovation, like Manoj Bhargav, the 5-hour energy drink manufacturer, like Indian Railways, like Apple Card. So we have to innovate. Discipline, self discipline, as well as financial discipline. Sometimes we need to change our work environment to be more creative, more innovative. So don't just think that you can work only sitting in your offices. You need to learn and change or work. Office work can be from any place. You can see offices of Google, they have such an innovative environment. That's how you make it interesting. Manufacturing bases may shift from China. Contract manufacturing opportunities are coming all the way to you. Let's just keep a track on it. Government of India is working on it. Let us see, analyze what we can grab, what business we can grab from this, because this will really boost the Indian economy. There will be a big acceleration in the digital economy. We need to cater to that also. We need to understand this digital economy. Controlled expenditures by consumers will be in the coming days. They will not be expending much money for buying products which are of no use, or they can defer the buying. So just analyze and keep a track. Keep in mind that people will not be spending much money nowadays. They will be just spending only their basic needs in the next few coming days or coming months, maybe, or maybe 2 years also. We have to segregate good cost and bad cost. Good cost is like digitization, technical cost, digital marketing, best employees, etc. Bad cost is fancy office, unnecessary spending, bad performance, traditional working. Concentrate on core business. Small businesses take out the surplus and purchase personal assets. Now this is a big challenge. That's why we are having liquidity crunch. Small and medium businesses purchase a lot of personal assets instead of reinvesting in the business. So we need to maintain reserves so that we can cover expenses. Because why? This lockdown, which is ending on 3rd of May, is not going to fully control the coronavirus. Maybe you will be facing future lockdowns. Maybe the lockdowns may be repetitive. So in those lockdown period, you need to have those reserves which can cover your expenses. This lockdown I'm just talking about a possibility, visualizing a possibility. If say some state has a lot of coronavirus positive patients, then they may go for a lockdown again for maybe 5 days, 10 days. So that is the only prevention until unless we have a vaccine developed. So be prepared. So it's about the reoccurrence of the virus, so which could see a possibility of regular lockdown. So we need to have reserves. So earn profits, reinvest in the business, don't divert, control your expenditure, be future ready, my friends, be future ready. So we have to systematize our business. We have to unlock our business potential. Problems can no longer be solved using the traditional methods. We need to innovate and try and design something new which can help us in really doing wonders for our. We have to divorce our old mindsets. We have to divorce from our traditional way of doing business and come out with something really new. So innovation is the key, not isolation is the key. And I have to show you this video, a very rare customer service experience by Samsung.
हेलो मैम मैं सैमसंग से अमित बात कर रहा हूँ।
जी अमित,
आपने टीवी की कंप्लेन करवाई है?
हाँ हाँ, क्या आप 7 बजे के पहले आ सकते हैं?
जी जी बिल्कुल।
वह चला आसमान तेरे संग उड़ चला, इन कल कल करती नदियों सा तू बह चला, चला चला मुश्किलें राहों में जो बढ़ती उनको बाहों में तू चल चला जहाँ आंखें तेरी राह ताके खिड़कियों से पल पल जाने एक रोशनी संग आएगा
थोड़ा फंस गया हूँ बस आ ही रहा हूँ।
लगता है चन्नू की भेड़ों ने फिर ट्रैफिक जाम कर दिया है। जल्दी आइएगा।
चला चला
अमित
जी
आइए आइए, टीवी अंदर है। टाइम पे ठीक तो हो जाएगा ना?
जी मैम।
हो गया?
बस मैम।
हाँ अब ठीक है। चलो 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 जल्दी चलो, शो शुरू होने वाला है। जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी, आराम से। अमित जी रिमोट।
जी
वेलकम बैक टू जूनियर इंडियन आइकन और आज
तेरे बिन नहीं लगता दिल मेरा ढोलना, तेरे बिन नहीं लगता दिल मेरा ढोलना। हमारे हॉस्टल की है और पता है मेरी बेस्ट फ्रेंड थी।
रिश्ते निभाने के लिए कभी कभी थोड़ा दूर जाना पड़ता है, इसीलिए सैमसंग सर्विस वैन्स जाती है देश के कोने कोने तक।
So that is about innovation, not isolation. That is about marketing. That is about customer relationship management. That is going beyond what people can think of. That is really the need of the hour. So that is what is said is there's no finish line to business. We need to bounce back. We need to come back and grab the opportunities coming up post-COVID. There may be n number of opportunities for India as a country, for we all Indians. So that is all from me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you Zone 4, thank you JCI Rajahmundry SriMedha, thank you Rahul, thank you everyone for having a patience hearing. Tomorrow we have one more session. I will just like to show it if I have the flyer.